Well, we would like to speak to Kun Tony Lohit Navi, the head of trading, top-notch private wealth management. สวัสดีค่ะ Kun Tony.
สวัสดีครับ
Good afternoon, Kun Tony.
Right now political parties in Greece are struggling to form a coalition government after the election has failed to produce a majority win, and this has something to do with the austerity plan imposed by IMF and EU. Now, in your opinion, what should be the best option for Greece? Should they be renegotiating an austerity plan?
The best option is to just declare bankruptcy and leave the euro and leave the euro currency, reinstitute the drachma so that they can alleviate the burden of the euro. Because by staying in the euro, it's going to cause a deflationary spiral, which they can't get out of. You see, the problem with the euro is that they should have federalized all the countries. They should have unified all the bonds and the debt, but they didn't do that. So that's what we're seeing now. So it doesn't even matter if it's Greece or it's Spain, Portugal. The problem is there's no unification at the financial level. So we're going to see the dominoes fall, which we're seeing it now. So now it comes down to the question of, do you save the bankers or do you save the people? Mm-hmm. If you stay in the euro, you save the bankers because they're just going to keep bailing the institutions out. If you leave the euro, it's like basically taking your head out of the vice. You're basically you're basically getting yourself out of this deflationary spiral that they are in. So that'll help the people. Mm-hmm. So it comes down to the people or the bankers, unfortunately. It's like out of a movie, really, but that's what they're in.
So, Kun Tony, would you believe that if Greece leaves the eurozone, it would lead to the exodus of other countries from the eurozone as well?
Yeah, it's like the dam. When you band-aid over a hole, another one opens. So in this case, Greece, it's like unplugging a hole from the dam. The whole dam will collapse. Basically, it's just going to be a domino effect. Mm-hmm. So people say Greece is tiny and this and that, and it's not a big deal. It's a big deal because it's basically it's still a structure. It's still a pillar of the euro.
Yes.
So that's it's going to cause problems because basically the whole market structure can be attacked by all huge financiers. So they'll start looking at Portugal and Spain. And they'll start attacking. Mm-hmm. When I say attack, I'm talking about shorting the bonds.
Mm. So from the election outcomes in Europe, it's obviously austerity is not very popular. Now, if Europe fails to undertake reform, what would be the implications for Europe?
Well, austerity, we saw what happened in the 1930s with austerity measures. You can't pull back when the economy is already so bad. So basically, the best course, although it's not, it's very difficult politically to do it, which is slow inflation. Mm-hmm. But the reason why Europe is against inflation is because in the psyche of Germany, when you look at Weimar in the 1920s, they had a bad experience. So you can see why they're very hesitant. Merkel will not allow that. Mm. So it's kind of history working against them in this sense because they had a bad experience with that. Mm-hmm. So they think that that's where they can't go. But that's actually a kind of mild solution. It's not the best solution, but it's really the only option they have now, which is a slow inflation.
Mm-hmm. So let's take a look at France here. What do you think about Francis Hollande? You think he can save France in the Eurozone with his growth package?
Don't think so, because France is still part of the euro, and the problem has to be tackled in a uniform manner. So he needs Merkel. He needs to work with all the other countries. But it ultimately will come down to what Germany does. Mm. So now he is President Hollande, but he still has to work with the Parliament, remember?
Yes.
And they it's still unclear who's going to win in the parliamentary elections and so on. So it's not kind of say a quote-unquote dictatorship. He still needs to work with other people within his country, let alone other countries, well, mainly basically Germany. So there's too many question marks. You know, even if they know how to do the right thing, will they even do the right thing? Because, yeah, as you know, politicians, it's you know, will it mean losing power? You know, there's all sorts of questions.
I see. Yes, Kun Tony. Well, thank you for joining us today. It's been nice talking to you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.